Hello, in this quick video I am going to demonstrate a method to exploit a neat little quirk in how ZBrush handles VDMs with morph targets to get really good scale details on dinosaurs, dragons, reptiles, or other creatures that have scaly features on their body. So to start, we have a T-Rex here that I've been working on. His secondary forms aren't really done yet, so I normally wouldn't be doing much detail work on him, but since this is just an example, he's going to do just fine. Now, as you can see, I have a VDM set up here. It's just a simple scale. Really, this particular one could be an alpha. It's not particularly complex or anything, but we would not be able to get the effect that we are shooting for if we were just using a simple alpha. So now, normally when you drag out a VDM onto your sculpt, if you do so close to another one that you've drug out, it will just overlap those features. Now, obviously, that doesn't look very good for scale details. It has other uses and other situations, but for doing scales, it's not very good. And normally, the advice when using morph targets is to not use VDMs because if they go on top of each other, it'll cause some weird artifacting because it tries to negotiate the VDM by the morph target and not the detail that's there from the VDM that you pulled out. However, when you're doing scales, that's exactly what you want, believe it or not. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. So, whoops, not masking. If we go into morph target here and store one, I'll just drag out a scale here on the lip. We'll do another one next to it. We'll do it right next to it too. And look at that. They just butt up against each other and they get a nice crease like you would have on big detail scales like this. So we're going to use that to our benefit here. We're just going to go through and put in a bunch of these bigger ones down here on the bottom for the lip. And then we can just go over top and get more. And as you can see here, it changes the look of the scale. It's a round scale that we're pulling out. But as we are getting more scales around them, it is changing the shape, and that really does help to break up the look of this alpha a bit. Give you good variation in your scales just simply by changing the angle that you bring it in at and the number of scales that it has around it. So now to show an example of something that's complete that was done using this method, I'll go ahead and switch over to Blender here. And I have a Dilophosaurus that I did in ZBrush using this method. All of these scales here on the face, they were all done that way, just pulling out that particular scale VDM. Now these ones here on the lip, I did draw those out by hand. But all of these here, these are all with that VDM. And you can see there's a lot of variation in them, and it looks pretty good. I did the same for the ones here on the back going down. It just makes pretty good looking scales. So I haven't seen that done elsewhere, so I just wanted to share it. That's really all I have today. I hope someone finds this useful. If you do find it useful, share it around with your friends that use the program. Happy sculpting and have a lovely day.